Top stories: famous Ethiopian singer Madingo Afewerk dies. And Mescal festivity celebrated with assortment of events. Hello and thank you for joining us. You're watching Addis News Hour with the news. I'm Tabitha John. We begin our news transmission by wishing all Christians a happy Mescal festivity, the finding of the true cross. Do stay with us. Madingo Afewerk, a young Ethiopian singer, drew his last breath this morning while reportedly driving to a hospital for a checkup. Prominent for his melodious voice, Afewerk was born to a religious Christian family in Azazo, around the Ethio-Sudanese border in Gondar, Amhara. Madingo Afewerk is a much-loved Ethiopian vocalist whose name is held prestigiously as a vocalist of unmatched tuneful voice. He is a household name associated with outstanding performance of songs of the Ethiopian music genre Tizita. In connection with the war with the TPLF, he, along with other singers, traveled to war front to entertain members of the Ethiopian Defense Forces. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed conveyed a message of condolences on his social media page, quote-unquote, "I am saddened by artist Madingo Afewerk's death. He's an artist who has done much for his country in his short life. He endured his illness when the country was attacked and went to the war front to inspire the army. He has motivated new recruits. May his soul rest in peace," the PM wrote. He also entertained new recruits in military training camps. Madingo started music at an early age in military barracks near the areas where he grew up in Gondar. He was only 10 when he came to Addis Ababa to join Zema Lasta's music band. Wusejat, Tizita, Amanaway Gorau, and Siyame Atahulat are some of his prominent songs that are considered by his fans as timeless pieces. ETV English expresses condolence over the death of artist Madingo Afewerk and wishes recovery for members of his family, friends and fans from this terrible loss. The finding of the true cross is said to help invigorate social fabrics over and above cementing religious coexistence across the country. Talking to ETV, Ethiopian Orthodox External Relations Head with the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, Daniel Seife Mikael, said the history of the true cross has been hidden for over 300 years. Haptamu Ashagre has compiled the following report.
Believers of Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church observed the Mescal holiday across the country. Talking to TV English, Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church External Communications Head Daniel Seife Mikael said Mescal holiday has critical religious values.
It has also important social meanings, especially related to peaceful coexistence, related to sacrificial life to one another, related to forgiveness and reconciliation, related to freedom and justice, which are very important for every society. Because by the cross or on the cross, Christ made peace between God and man. Christ reconciled humanity with himself. And Christ also gave freedom and life and justice and victory for all humanity, especially for those who believe in Christ. So in all these meanings have very important reflections, very important connotation to all society. As a society, we need peace. As a society, we need justice. As a society, we need freedom and victory over evilness, over cruelty. So the death of Christ on the cross was the assurance of eternal life for all humanity. The days of Christ on the cross was freedom of all humanity from the bondage of sin in death. And the days of Christ, the crucifixion of Christ on the cross, was the assurance of resurrection. Christ was resurrected after 3 days, and that was by defeating the days on the cross, he resurrected from the grave. So these have basically religious foundation, but have social connotation at the same time, because on the cross, Christ showed us how love is culminated.
According to Daniel, the true cross is also a sign of love, respect, fraternity, and peace among others to the society.
On the cross, Christ showed us how love is culminated by self-sacrifice. So we don't have to be cruel one another, but we have to be giver of love, peace, and charity, to all humanity. This is what is the meaning of the cross. And this today, we are celebrating these noble ideas, noble teachings of the cross. That's why it is very important, not only for religion, but also for the society.
Observing Mescal holiday is critical to mesmerizing the untapped tourism potential of the country, he stressed. Extracting novel values from religious festivals and promoting it to the rest of the world is vital, Daniel underscored.
When we speak about, especially about tourism, we mostly focus on the economic value of tourism. But tourism is more than that. Tourism is an exchange. It's like, to some extent, it's also an educational platform. People, they pay to experience the religious and cultural experience of people in different parts of the world. That's why they pay. So we have to attract by showing that the values that we have in our cultural dispositions and religious festivals, we have greater noble values. The story of the cross is not limited to Ethiopia. It's not restricted to Ethiopia. When we speak about today's festival, we connect not only Ethiopian, but Ethiopia with Rome and with Greek civilization, with Jerusalem, where the place where the cross was discovered, and with Persia, the cross was taken to Persia and then returned back, and then with Alexandria. You can see how many nations, how many stories are interrelated with a single day festival of the cross. So if we really promote this, it shows that the world is a single village.
Tourists across the globe gathered to attend the Mescal Demera holiday in the holy city of Lalibela. The holiday is being celebrated with various religious ceremonies, solemn mass and sermons by priests. Deacons, parish priests and the faithful also sang religious songs accompanied by Sunday school youth at the historic town of Lalibela. The Mescal holiday is being celebrated all over the country by Ethiopian Christians with various religious and cultural events. Archbishop of the Washington, D.C. branch of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, His Holiness Abuna Phanuel, expressed hopes that Ethiopian Renaissance will soon see the light of day. Speaking on the occasion of the eve of Mescal or Demera, the Archbishop said Ethiopianism is gaining momentum. As a city with the largest number of Ethiopian immigrants, Washington, D.C. bubbled with the lighting of the bonfire and the singing by the Christian faithful. Shagao Yamatao has the following.
The Mescal Demera festival is colorfully celebrated in Washington, D.C. at St. Michael Church, keeping its religious and cultural values. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to Ethiopia, Dr. Engineer Seleshi Bekkala, religious fathers, priests, and Sunday school singers, and the laity, composed of various churches, were in the attendance at the celebration. His Holiness Avuna Phanuel, Archbishop of Washington, D.C., said Ethiopia, which is the guardian of the cross, is in the middle of the crisis, adding its resurrection will not be far away as Ethiopianism is victorious.
ኢትዮጵያዊነት ክብር ነው። ኢትዮጵያዊነት አሸናፊነት ነው።
Ethiopianism is a pride and victorious. However, Ethiopia is in a great crisis due to its belligerent enemies who seek its failure. Ethiopia is in challenge, particularly the conflict in the northern and some other parts of the country. Ethiopia, which is the guardian of the cross, despite all the problems, the country will resurrect and prosper.
Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to Ethiopia, Dr. Engineer Seleshi Bekkala, for his part underscored that the Meskel Demara celebration is instrumental to demonstrate unity of Ethiopians to the world besides its religious significance.
ይህ በዓል ከሃይማኖታዊ መልእክቱ ባሻገር የሀገራችን ስም በበጎ በማስጠራት
The Meskel Demara holiday, besides its religious significances, is a way to demonstrate Ethiopia's greatness and promote the culture of Ethiopia and strengthen our unity. Celebrating the event in unison shows the respect we have one another. As it is the UN inscribed heritage, we should be proud of it and need to preserve.
ደምቀን የምንታይበት ትልቁ ትሩፋት ነው።
ከዋክብት አሰርገወ ሰማይ በከዋክብት አሰርገወ ሰማይ
ንጋት በቃና ዋሽንግተን
እሰይልን በሉ ተገኘ መስቀሉ
Still with Meskel news, visitors said that the religious holidays celebrated in Ethiopia have a great potential to promote Ethiopia to the rest of the world. Approached by ETV, Safia, who came to Ethiopia with 20 other friends from all over the world for the Meskel Demara holiday, said that the religious holidays celebrated in Ethiopia provide an opportunity to get to know Ethiopia much better. Johannes Ventaun has more on this.
Many people come to Ethiopia from different parts of the world to attend religious holidays celebrated in Ethiopia and to visit other tourist destinations after the holidays. There are tangible and intangible religious, historical and cultural heritage registered as the World Heritage in Ethiopia. Therefore, visitors say that these Ethiopian treasures, which are registered as World Heritage, play a significant role in promoting Ethiopia to the world. A visitor who participated in the Meskel Demara celebration has appreciated the way the celebration is organized.
My name is Safia. I come from French Guyana. This is in South America, next to Brazil. And it was a long way to come to Ethiopia. I'm so glad to be here for Meskel. And I brought with me 20 people from all around the world: Haiti, Guadeloupe, Martinique, France, England. They came here to experience Ethiopia. Our first stop is in Addis Ababa for Meskel, and I'm so astonished by the way you organize this. It's so well organized and so beautiful, and also I feel a lot of respect and discipline, so I'm very impressed. And the next stop will be to the north, Barda. You say Barda? Barda. We're going to visit the Blue Nile Falls and Lactana and, many different spots, beautiful spots you have. Gondar also. So I want to thank all the Ethiopian people. They were welcoming us so perfectly, so adorable, so welcoming and caring. So thank you guys. You are so beautiful.
Safia said that one of the things that visitors are surprised by when they come to Ethiopia is that the reception of the people, the food and the clothing style also catches the eyes of the visitors, Safia added.
Fish goulash. I love it. I eat it every day because I don't know if I will find it somewhere else. So I enjoy the fact that now I can eat it. I eat it every day. I love the fish goulash. And also I love the fact that I really can, it's delicious with no meat. A lot of dish because I do not eat meat. And usually when I travel, it's difficult for me to find, delicious dish with no meat. But here I have a lot of choice of dish with no meat, and they are delicious, so I love it.
What about the clothing? Is that different? What can you say about it?
I love the Abesha dress, and I bought one. You cannot really see it because my baby is on me, but I love the Abesha dress. I think it's very elegant, colorful, and I love the fact that you keep the traditional clothes for so long. A lot of country, no time in the year they wear traditional clothes, but you have many events, Mescal, New Year, Timkat, where you wear your own clothes, and this is very important. So I love that, and I hope I will have the opportunity to wear your dress somewhere else in the world and to tell the story of this dress.
Advising the international community not to be misled by hearing about Ethiopia from Western media, she said that it's best to come and see Ethiopia.
I would like to say, please do not listen to all the media. Come and experience by yourself Ethiopia, because it's very different from what most of the media, especially the Western media, can tell. So please do not fear from coming in Ethiopia. It's a wonderful country, very safe and very welcoming, so please come. And when you come in Ethiopia, please come with Ethiopian Airlines.
Following the new year in Ethiopia, many religious and public festivals are celebrated outdoor, and it is known that many visitors come to Ethiopia to attend these festivals and holidays.
Russian and other embassies of various countries based in Addis Ababa have extended their warm wishes to Ethiopians on the holiday of Mescal. Quote-unquote, the Russian embassy wishes our Ethiopian brothers and sisters a happy Mescal holiday celebration, the embassy tweeted. Algerian embassy message read, the Embassy of Algeria in Addis Ababa extends its best wishes to all Ethiopian people upon the celebration of the Mescal festivity. Malkam Mescal. Embassies of Morocco, Iran, Pakistan, Mexico, Canada, India, Israel, the Republic of Ireland, France, Italy, Germany, the Netherlands, Denmark, Switzerland, UK, Egypt, Australia, and the USA, among others, sent their Mescal holiday wishes to Ethiopians. The Mescal Demara holiday, the commemoration of the finding of the long-lost True Cross by Queen Eleni of Ethiopia, was colorfully celebrated by Christians in various religious and cultural ceremonies throughout Ethiopia on December 26 and 27, 2022.
Finding of the True Cross by Empress Elena. Okay. The story goes like the True Cross of Jesus Christ was lost. Oh, okay. People are embracing me, which makes all of us Africans, man.
It's so cool, man. Yo, I've never seen anything like this before. This is absolutely beautiful. It's so beautiful out here.
Members of Ethiopian diaspora community called upon all concerned bodies to promote Ethiopian culture to the world via both in- and outdoor festivals. Talking to ETV, the diaspora members pointed out that the celebration of Mescal holiday is a cherished event that helps enhance social bonds among the people in addition to its religious values. Take a look.
It is my first time. It's great. It's really nice. Like, you just feel like happiness, you know, seeing all of your people like together. Like, this is it's a great feeling. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. Like, all the church, the community, the feeling. It's great.
It's my first time coming here, and I'm very happy about it. And it's very grand and very. It has a lot of touristical values, if that's the word.
You know, like being from London and stuff, maybe you get used to their culture so much. There's not as much lively, it's not as colorful, it's not as beautiful, it's not as rich, it's not the history. And my call to the diasporas is don't forget your culture, don't forget your roots, don't forget where you've come from. Come and visit the country, enjoy moments like this, because you don't get that in London, you don't get that in maybe America, you don't get this type of this type of gathering.
Yeah, so for all my diaspora friends, I want you to come here. It's very nice here, and you know, it's your heritage. You know, promoting your heritage to the world. We are Ethiopians after all. We have a very good heritage in the background. Our background is very, very rich in history, and we need to know quite a bit of them.
Even if you can't come here and celebrate in Ethiopia, please celebrate at home. Remember your roots. Don't forget, like, it's hard being diaspora and doing, you know, mixing two different cultures, you know, from a Western world and, you know, Ethiopia. But don't forget, even if you do celebrate in your own house, watch it on the TV. Get into the feeling. Make sure, you know, you're enjoying this day the same way everybody here is enjoying the day. Get dressed in your traditional clothing, eat your traditional food, and remember where we come from, why we're doing this. Ethiopia has so much history and is so rich in our culture, and we shouldn't forget it. What makes it special is seeing everyone gathered here today, everyone making the effort, everyone in their traditional clothing, obviously not me right now, but everyone just, you know, you can see everyone putting in the effort to celebrate this Mescal, and no other country in the world does it, only our country. And honestly, history like that is beautiful, and it should be celebrated, and we should come back to our country and remember our roots and enjoy these type of traditions.
Mescal is a joyous affair where huge crowds gather around bonfires. The annual event marks the moment when the 4th century Roman Empress Saint Helena found Christ's cross in Jerusalem. As they do year after year, hundreds of priests, musicians and singers clad in white robes come together in the vast expanse of the capital's Mescal Square. Mescal is celebrated variously in various parts of the southern Ethiopia, among the Kambata, Hadiya, Gurage and Walaita, among others. Meanwhile, the faithful set ablaze huge bonfires in such cities as Bahar Dar and Waliso. Habtamu Ashagre takes it from here.
This is the way how the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church believers are observing the finding of the True Cross holiday across the country every year. Most of Sunday school students and clergy are coming together and hymning to commemorate the finding of the True Cross into Mescal Square in Addis Ababa. Apart from observing the Mescal holiday, it has many religious values and strengthens the solidarity as well as the religious coexistence in the country. Attending the Mescal holiday, visitors that came from other places have said the religious festival of the Mescal holiday in Ethiopia is experiencing something special.
This festival is amazing. It's bigger than I could imagine. We have nothing like this, nothing this big as a religious festival in the United States. So I'm overwhelmed. It's so joyful. I feel so much love in my heart watching your people will be so excited here. It's been great.
I have never been a part of such an amazing spiritual and sacred event and celebration. If you could be here with me, you can just feel so much emotion and so much beauty. When I look around, you see everybody in their traditional clothes and they're wearing it with pride and with the Ethiopian materials. It's so beautiful and colorful, and the singing is so special.
Observing the Meskel holiday in Ethiopia is an extraordinary, colorful, and representing the country at every level, visitors underline.
I have great admiration for the Ethiopian church. It is an Oriental church, and coming from Turkey, we are very familiar to the Oriental church in history. So, first of all, this is very important for me, to be here. Secondly, this is an extraordinary festival. So colorful, so much representing the country as well.
I've come to see this because it is such an important festival for everybody in Ethiopia, and the atmosphere is unique to itself, and so never having been here before, with the opportunity to come here, was one that I couldn't miss. So this is the first celebration I've seen that is of a religious nature.
UNESCO has inscribed the Meskel commemoration feast of the finding of the true Holy Cross at Christ on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Believers of Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church are observing the eve of Meskel holiday on 26 September every year across the country.
Moving on to other news items, Ethiopian organizations in the world organized as a consortium have reiterated their call to disestablish the International Commission of Human Rights Experts on Ethiopia, ICHRI. The organizations have also called on all member states and relevant stakeholders to reject the unprofessional, incomplete, biased, and politically motivated report of the Commission. The organizations across the world organized a consortium with members including Ethiopians and citizens of European countries, the United States and Canada, address a letter to the High Commissioner, member state of the UN Human Rights Council, UNHCR, to provide explanatory note on the report of the ICHRI released on the 22nd of September 2022. The letter emphasized the disestablishment of the International Commission of Human Rights Experts on Ethiopia. The organizations also urged for the respect of Ethiopia's judicial sovereignty as a long-standing member state of the UN Human Rights Council.
ወዳው ላይ ጣሉ ማለት ቡክ ከፈቱ በቃ ያመቱን ቡክ ከፈቱ የራሱን አካውንት ከፍቷል ማለት ስለዚህ ያ በራሱ የግፋታን ስርዓት ግፋታን እንዲያውቁ በጋራ ሰዎቹ በመተባበር በመደራጀት በተለያዩ ሁኔታዎች አንድ ላይ ለማደግ ያ ውልም የሚገቡበት
Yo-yo gifata.
Yo-yo gifata.
Yo-yo gifata. Yo-yo gifata.
Haya leke lale, haya leke leke, haya leke leke, haya leke, haya leke leke, haya leke.
And finally, Japan bid farewell to former leader Shinzo Abe, who was assassinated in July with a rare state funeral. Former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's funeral has taken place in Tent, Japan, where the event for one of the country's most diverse leaders has deeply split public opinion. The ceremony started at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, with Abe's ashes carried into the Nippon Budokan Hall in central Tokyo by his widow, Aki, to music from a military band and the booms of the honor guard salute, which echoed inside the hall. Abe's widow, Aki Abe, in a black formal kimono, walked slowly into the Budokan Hall venue, carrying an urn containing her husband's ashes, placed in a wooden box and wrapped in purple cloth with gold stripes. Government, parliamentary and judicial representatives, including Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, made condolence speeches. Dozens of foreign dignitaries were among the 4,300 attendees. Abe was cremated in July after a private funeral at a Tokyo temple days after he was assassinated while giving a campaign speech on a street in Nara, a city in western Japan. Here's a reminder of the stories making headlines. Famous Ethiopian singer Madingo Afewerk dies. And Mescal festivity celebrated with assortment of events. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Thanks for watching once again. Happy Mescal holiday to all Christians.